Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kara, and today's video is going to be quite a bit different. So I thought about calling it Coffee Chats with Kara, but I don't really drink coffee. I really just drink tea. That's what I have here. I've been struggling a little bit with what I want to film because I've been doing a lot of like neighborhood tours, and I do my monthly housing market update videos, and I've done some buyer tips, seller tips, videos like that. And I just wanted to kind of sit down and chat with you guys about what the market's doing, but not really as in-depth as I go with my housing market update videos. So I'm not really going to be bringing out a bunch of graphs or statistics. I'm just going to be talking very general and very broad, not really throwing out specific numbers. If you'd rather have that type of video, definitely go and check out a bunch of my other ones because there will be plenty of that sort of info. But this is really just going to be a kind of casual conversation. So maybe think of this as us having met up for tea or coffee or breakfast, and we're just having a conversation. Something I really want to touch on in today's video is market sentiment. I've definitely noticed a shift in the market, not just in terms of a drop in demand. Inventory has stayed relatively the same, maybe gone up just a little bit, but there's less demand, less competition right now, and there's really a lot of fear in the market. I know that with everything going on in the news, with inflation rates, as well as just the general economy, a lot of people are really scared about what's to come. And what people typically do when they're scared is back away and go back to their comfort zone. If something seems scary to someone, they're really going to be averse to change. As we all know, purchasing or selling a property is a big life change. It's something that has a large financial impact on someone's life and is also a very emotional process. So as I said, with the economy the way that it is, people are really just taking a step back and thinking, do I really want to buy a house right now? Do I want to move? Are prices going to start skyrocketing downwards? What's going to happen to interest rates? Is everything going to just fall apart around me? And I think that what we all need to do is take a step back, honestly watch the news a little bit less, and just look at the bigger picture. Look at the longer term time frame. There's a saying in investing that's when in doubt, zoom out. And I really think that we all need to do a little bit more of this. It was a couple years ago that I started to notice people saying, oh, the market's changing so quickly. I think that I just want to kind of hold off, sit on the sidelines, and wait for the market to crash. Well, I've said this in past videos, and anyone that was thinking that in 2020 or 2021 and now wants to jump into the housing market is going to be paying more for a home than they would have back then. Not only because interest rates have gone up, but also because home prices have gone up. I talk about this pretty extensively in my housing market update videos. Does that mean that I'm saying that right now is a bad time to buy? No, I'm certainly not. The point that I'm trying to get across is that whatever moment in time you're in, there's always going to be some sort of uncertainty or fear about the future. Hindsight 2020, it's kind of ironic because I hear people say, man, I wish I didn't back out of that contract in 2020, or I wish I would have known to buy a couple years ago and I would have made so much money right now. And I hear the same thing in the crypto world all the time. Man, if I had just gotten into crypto years ago, I would have made so much money now. And they forget about what's actually happening in this moment, and that right now could be an amazing time to buy. And a few years from now, they might say, wow, I'm so glad I made that decision to jump into it now. So in terms of the housing market, there's always going to be fear and uncertainty. A question I've been getting asked quite a bit recently is, do you think that home prices are going to go down? Do you think that I should hold off a little bit and see what happens? I am certainly not going to sit here and tell you with absolute certainty that they are going to start spiking downwards or spiking upwards, because we all know that predictions and projections can be wrong. However, with what I'm seeing, it really doesn't seem like home prices are going to take a nosedive, or that we are going to see any sort of market crash, or that we are in a housing bubble, or anything like that. What I've been saying over the past few months and past year is that the amount of price appreciation for homes is going to decline. but this does not necessarily mean that home prices are going to decline. It's very important to realize that we are still very much in a seller's market. While I'm not really seeing as many situations where there are 20 or 30 offers, in some cases there are still 5 or 10 offers. Yes, there are price decreases, and yes, we are seeing properties sit on the market longer than just a weekend, sometimes a week, a couple weeks, even a couple months. But this doesn't mean that we are entering a buyer's market or even a neutral market in the near term. The seller's market that we saw last year was so extreme that it really was unheard of, and the market that we are in now is a little bit more of a normal seller's market. Something where if you put your home on the market, there's a very good chance that it's going to sell, especially if it's priced properly. I want to provide an example here. If a home goes on the market priced a little bit below market value, or even at market value, we are still seeing a big rush of buyers. I know that I showed a property this Saturday to a client, and it was insanity at the property. We showed up a few minutes before our set appointment time, and there was already another showing starting that had the same appointment slot as us. And while we were going throughout our showing, there were, I think, 5 or maybe 6 other cars that were trying to pull into the driveway and look at the house at the same time. So we are still seeing a little bit of this market insanity that we saw last year right now. It's not necessarily the norm, and I think that that was just kind of a special circumstance. But if you have a property that checks off a lot of boxes for a lot of buyers, which usually is 3-bed, 2-bath, close to town, flat yard, updated, move-in ready, etc., it's likely going to still sell pretty quickly if it is priced correctly. I realize I'm kind of getting off on a little bit of a tangent here, and I want to bring it back to what the market's doing right now. All in all, I can't really say what's going to happen to interest rates. We have seen them start to decline recently, though I have heard that we may see a 7% interest rate in the next year or two. Ultimately, no one can predict what the future of the market is going to look like, and this brings me to a point that I want to use to end out this video. I know that purchasing a home is a big step financially and emotionally in someone's life, and I know that it can be difficult to think logically and critically when you are dealing with such large sums of money. However, I encourage you to take a step back and remember the reason that you're purchasing a home. Are you purchasing this property as an investment to rent out either short or long term, where you really need to focus on that profit and income potential? Or are you purchasing this property to move to a new area where you're going to have a much better quality of life, or for a new job, or for your family, or for many, many other reasons aside from just the profit? Am I telling you to purchase something where you're going to lose money down the line? Definitely not, but it is just one piece of the puzzle and not the entire thing. So try to take a step back, think about all the reasons that you want to purchase a home, not just the profit potential, and then jump into the housing market and start looking. Well, I hope that this video was helpful for you and that you got something out of it. If you'd like me to do more videos like this, definitely leave me a comment down below and let me know. As I mentioned earlier, I'm kind of struggling a little bit with the content that I want to create. I really enjoy doing vlog type videos, and I kind of get bored of the sit down videos, and I kind of want to know if you guys feel the same way. Would you rather me film more day in the life videos where I show you a little bit more of my personal life, but also behind the scenes of the real estate world, and just more sit down videos like this where I just sort of dump a bunch of information and thoughts at you? I would like to know what you guys want to see, so leave me a comment down below and let me know. Also, if you like this video, definitely hit the like button, subscribe if you are not already, and share this video with your family and friends. Alright everyone, well, I will see you very soon in the next one.